What's up, mobile gamers? It's Johns or Gigs, back with another T3 video. You guys already know it's going to be a nice short one about Jabali's second ultimate. Now, I figured we'll probably just do 2 games so I can showcase the ultimate for you guys, because we'll probably play ranked, and I am a little bit congested, so I don't want it to take too long. Otherwise, you guys will get annoyed with the nasally voice I got going. So, we'll see if we can jump into a match with some ranked, and then we'll talk to you guys about his ultimate, which makes him for sure the best tank in the game when you consider what it does and where he already was. I already would say he is close to the best tank before when I made my last tier list video, but Ruby got nerfed, so she doesn't do as much as she used to. And then he also got his second ultimate. So I'd say he's pretty much the best tank in the game right now. If you compare him to Ruby or any of the other tanks, he just has a little bit more to offer as far as like his ability to soak up damage. And then he also has a little bit more mobility. Maybe mobility is not the right word. He can do more with his kit. So he's able to kind of supplement some of those roles, whereas you can say, okay, Kelvin has his snowball or snowman form, which can soak up a lot of damage and gets him back to a decent amount of health, but he just can't do as much as a Jabali can. If you break Jabali's shield, he has a little bit more to offer, especially if you're in control or right by the payload, and so it's close quarters. Now, this ability is really good because you can actually pair it with the broken shield, which is really, really cool. And it's probably the best way for you to play the game. We'll show you guys here. Hopefully we get him. Nobody really plays tank, especially Jabali, but that might just be me. We'll see if somebody tries to pick him, because usually I will pick somebody else. So usually we don't have a tank at all. But now that I'm going to play Jabali, I can guarantee you someone's going to try to pick him. That's just kind of, that's how it works for me, at least in most of my videos. But yeah, nobody wants Jabali. We do have a Ruby and a Fade if they go with, I'm hoping to see them, the troll pick, Zero Kelvin. I was just talking about it too. We are on defense, so we don't technically need Jabali, but you're gonna probably see a Gatlin. Oh wow, so we're going triple tank, which is interesting. I'm gonna play this a little differently, right? So they do have 2 flankers and a Labula, so I'm probably gonna actually protect Kelvin, just because they're gonna go for him first, or the Ruby, and since we have 3 tanks, we kind of need some more damage. It should actually probably be them 2. We'll see if they actually switch, since they're not coming yet. Are they gonna... Okay, there we go. They are showing up. But we definitely have an interesting team comp. I'm gonna let him go where he wants, and the Ruby go where she wants to go, and then I'm just gonna... Okay, I think she's gonna end up going center. She doesn't really have time for a lot more. We're just gonna go ahead and go right to the payload. Yep. Okay, so the yacht already went and flanked. And it looks like we got to switch to the Fade, and we're going quadruple tank with a healer. That is crazy. I did not expect it. We're gonna try to kill this Diggy real quick. I don't think... Yeah, I wasn't really too worried about it. Especially with... I mean, there's 4 tanks, you guys. I mean, what are they gonna do? It's definitely... Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Ooh, health back real quick. So his ult does take a little bit longer, I think. It might be... It's not a whole lot more, if it's more. I'm not really sure how long the cooldown actually is, so I could be incorrect when I say it's longer, but it feels longer, right? And it does not do near as much as some of the other ultimates in the game. If you have an enemy team that is like really on top of things, it does not do very much at all. I will say that. But if they... So they just got a team wipe and they went to Gatlin, right? This is the perfect opportunity for me to show you guys. Except for I don't have it, actually, now that I say that. We're dead here? Yeah, that's just, I mean, how many is there? There's 5 of them, and all of our team was dead. So, this will be perfect. They have a Gatlin, so what I'm going to get her to do, once we have our ultimate, right, because it does, maybe it's slower. Ah, man, I don't even know. I should have actually looked. Because they don't have the cooldowns on the ability. When you go to the ability info, it doesn't have it listed. So, oh yeah, and she's sitting up top. Yeah, that's, at that point, you're gonna die. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get the ultimate before they get to the checkpoint, but maybe not. We're not really stopping them very effectively. Granted, I did just like literally walk out there and die twice. But this is pretty much not the ideal situation. Oh, that killed me? That's crazy. I thought I had more health than that. But it's not an ideal situation. The Gatlin with the fort is a really good combo, and Labula is a good healer, and we're still running triple tank. And as much as Osos is good, he just does not have what it takes to actually combat the damage dealer that Gatlin and Gloria are. We still don't have our ultimate. I thought it was faster than this, you guys, I'll be honest. I expected to have it a lot faster. And then now we got the fort. We're just going to have to try to... Yeah. I really wish it was faster. I could have sworn it was, but... Basically, what you want to do is you want to use it when it's ready. You want to wait for them to break your shield so they think they have you, and then you use the ultimate, especially on like a really big burst of damage. If the Osos if they had an Osos and he used his ultimate, that's probably when I would use mine. Perfect, now we have it. We'll wait for her to break the shield. And boom, there we go. And so she actually was reloading. Very unfortunate. But, that's unfortunate. So he did chase us, and the teammates did not capitalize on that. I fully expected the Osos to kill him. And we're not really running a good team comp either. Like, this is a bad team comp, if I'm being honest. Jabali's great and all, but it's not as good as I would like. And you saw there that we pretty much killed most of the problematic people on the enemy team. We got the Gatlin and almost the Gloria. That's crazy. I'll have to look at think that her dash is as good as it used to be. Maybe they buffed it. Like, I know they buffed her magazine, but maybe they did like a what you call a silent buff, where they actually just don't tell the community about it. Because she's killed me twice when I was like, oh, there's no way she has enough damage to kill me with that. We do get the diggy here, and if we could, I think if we get the fort, yeah, we just need to focus the same target a little bit more, especially with the Gatlin. You know, the Gatlin has been the bane of our existence as a team in general, just because of how much damage she can dish out. But the Diggy is who the Gatlin used to be. So I like that a lot better, especially because the flankers are very much so easier to deal with. Oh yeah, I didn't have my shield up against the Gloria. But yeah, I mean, come on, man, Kazuma. It's not that Kazuma's bad or that Osos is bad, right? We need a sustained damage so that we can... I did not mean to take that. Yep. Are we going to get there in time to stall it? I think so. But anyways, Kazuma, he's decent. But right now we need somebody who can stop the flankers and... Ooh, are we dead to her ult? Yeah, we are. That's unfortunate. But Kazuma just doesn't have what it takes to burn through the shields and get rid of the flankers, especially with a Gloria on the enemy team. So we'll see if we can push the payload, and we need some damage. And if I wasn't doing a video, I'd be the damage. I'd pull up, there we go, Gatlin, perfect. That's honestly all we need. I think if you would have seen like a Skady or a Mark or something, that would also work well. But a Labula to get out of the payload area, combined with the Gatlin sitting behind either Okay, maybe Sindri. We'll see. They know exactly how to counter us, it seems. The Neon Labula combo with the Fort and the Gloria. The Yaw's decent. If she focuses our Osas, that'll probably be a problem. But the plan is to basically hold the shield up for the Gatlin is what I'm going to do. So our goal right here is to get out. And if we were to have our ultimate, it would actually be really good because what we would do is we'd put it up here and come out the door and they all focus us, try to break our shield, and then we have our ultimate and the shield breaks and we put it up and they think they've got us, and then boom, all their damage goes into us. So the high burst damage dealers like Osas or Gloria, those are who you really want to use it against. I would not use it if I was getting like chased by a Yaw or something. Yeah, okay, that might be my bad, I don't know. I thought she was a lot closer than that, so I was just trying to protect her. And she wasn't able to get the kill on the Yaw. She kind of... Oh yeah, and then she's going to change back over to the Fade, that's alright. I don't think we're going to get out of this, actually. I think they're going to stall us completely. But yeah, so with no damage dealers, they're basically... Okay, she did switch over. The Ruby switched to the Gatlin. And the Fade used to be the Gatlin. So, honestly, if we can get that damage and get out, then they can switch over all they want. But we do need that damage in order to get out. And that's the only problem I ever see with Jabali, is if there's no damage dealer backing him up behind him, then you basically are just dealing with small little flankers and, you know, you have like somebody on 3 different sides and then your shield is not as useful because it is only a one-directional shield. Just remember that if you guys do start to play her or to play Jabali. If you're going to play like a damage dealer, just wait for the Jabali to look the other way, you know. We're doing pretty decent. Shield's about to be broke. And let's see, there's the Neon. Kind of surprised she actually kind of pushed in a little bit. That was kind of ballsy of the Neon, but I guess they do have the Labula as well. And this is where you really struggle. Without a damage dealer, it basically becomes tank versus tank and 2 healers. And, you know, like, if you're gonna... Oh, we don't have our shield. Yeah, we don't have our ultimate. This would be perfect time to use it. But we had no shield, no ultimate. And they're running 2 healers on a tank versus our tank with no healer. And you always need a healer to take that tank v tank battle. So... we'll see. Yeah, we have Gatlin, but she just hasn't been able to do anything because of the Yaw. And then, like, okay, we'll wait for the ultimate. Not our ultimate, but for the Neon's ultimate to run out. That should be about enough time. Yes, and the perfect. Get out of here. Have some fun. Yeah, so our damage is really lacking. At least we're off of the triple to quadruple tank games. You know, that wasn't necessarily a good play. And now that we have the damage, I think we're in a lot better spot than we were before. So we'll probably use it just because we do need to get some damage on these guys. But I'd like to use it... Yep, I clicked the button a little late. So that would have been a good spot to use it, actually. Unfortunately, I got killed by probably the Yaw's dash again, honestly. I didn't even check, but we are right there. We just need a little push. The best time to use it is when the Glory is looking at me. And unfortunately, she stopped looking at me because the Yaw killed me. So. And then you see that, look at the Neon is like solo. That is so funny. She's chasing our sniper on her own. That's so funny. I mean, you know, if you think it's gonna work, go for it. So we're gonna use this since he used his ultimate. Okay, I must have not used it in time or something like that. Because his ultimate, right, wherever he's looking, that's where it shoots. And so all that damage was gonna go back onto him. If I would have actually... It looks like I did use it. I thought I used it, but... it may have done the... I always use it too late, you know, where it doesn't come off. And so you actually die. So we're just going to straight up push the Gloria because our team's not doing enough damage. We need to really mitigate her damage so that she is not killing us. Oh, we almost got her. But with a team that's not doing enough damage, we have no healer. And they're literally... Okay, now they're not, but they were going healer tank with a damage dealer. It's insane. I mean, the Labula's plenty, but they had a Labula Neon, and there's just no way... Oh, is that the Gatlin? Oh, that sucks. Yeah. So they have a really perfect team comp against, like, what are you going to do with Hualing and Kazuma and Diggy? The Gatlin is nice, but it is unfortunately not enough. We need better damage dealers. And there's the Gatlin. Nope, she's gonna... She needs to come with me so we can get some damage done. And we're just gonna literally sit and help her not die. We got the Diggy ult, that might be better. But like, okay, Kazuma, Johnny, Diggy, it just seems like our team is not as interested in winning as theirs is. Which is unfortunate. And then the Jabali, oh my god, that's so funny. I don't know if he has his ultimate. I really hope he does. I hope he has the shields, because the double Jabali shield, if you guys didn't know, Jabali actually goes through Jabali's shield. So if he puts the shield up, whoops, we killed him. But if he puts the shield up, can we reach that? No. All right. If he would put the shield up for the second ultimate, we actually go through the second. And now they're just trolling us because they've already won. And they're just gonna go whatever heroes they want now, which is the only benefit to keeping the game alive until later. And let's see, a little bit of, and we're gonna probably end up having to use this. Yep. Ah, we died. Did we? I wonder if we got it charged yet. We do need to get it charged. I think. Yep, we were. We were just about there. So. Hopefully we can hold the point just a tiny bit so I can show you guys the ult one more time. Especially, oh, and they got the Gloria triangle up too, that's cool. Wait for them to break it. If their Gatlin's gonna do some damage. And as long as the Ruby doesn't stun us, because the stun goes through the ultimate. And then we're just gonna go boom and put it up, and all their damage is gonna go straight back to them. I mean, you saw the Gatlin, what was that, like a half second of firing, actually ended up... Oh, his ultimate. I wondered, I was like, 2 Labulas. But you saw, it took down the Gatlin super easy, it almost took down the fort, and luckily the Labula had his ultimate, otherwise we would have probably taken all 3 of them out. And that's damage that you don't even actually have to do anything. You just stand there and they shoot themselves and kill themselves. That's essentially what it does, and that's why it's so... half a second too late. Anyways, that is why it's so good. You saw that we basically decimated that entire team and they killed themselves. So I would say in the higher ranks, you might not get as much use out of it because people won't shoot it willingly. They'll shoot it maybe for a little bit and then they'll just look away. If you have somebody like Osas, he uses his ultimate, you pop the shield, right? If you have a Gatlin, you pop the shield. If we would have had it a little bit earlier, we could have used it right when the Gloria popped the triangle, and all of them would have been shooting through the triangle at us, and it would have taken like a half second for all of them to kill each other, because they would have just kept shooting me, and the bullets bounce back, and all that damage goes back to them. And that's exactly what Jabali needed to basically cement himself as the best tank, because it was kind of debatable before when Ruby was like super strong. And, you know, Ono came out and he was really bad. But the second ult is really good. I think it definitely makes him, he's the top no matter what. I don't think it's close at all now, just because of the fact that he can dish out so much damage when he's in close range. But now he has that little bit in his bag to, like, stop you. Usually when you break a Jabali's shield, he's toast. If you have this ultimate, you break the shield... Maybe you let them shoot you for a half second and then you put up the second ult and then boom, they're dead. Because they think they've got you and so they're not going to stop firing. And it's just enough time that they kill themselves. So it's a really nice ult. I'm glad it's back. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see ya on the next one.